warming up. It is 6:39 a.m. I don't know why I always be late in the morning. Because it's 12 degrees, that's why. Mm, mm. All right, we're off to do some more movement this morning. We also do have to shake their little stuff up. So we always go bring, 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 bring. And Debbie Sue says, shake it up, baby, now, shake it up, baby, shake it up, baby, now, twist and shout. Wow, that was quick. That's easy. Wow. Normally I go shake it up, baby, twist and shout, shake your booty. Hey Matt, how you going? Right. How's your weekend been? Kara's struggling to warm up this morning. Okay, she's warm, she's warm, she's warm. Don't forget to like, they're free. Putting you down because we've got to go to the beach. Now, I've got socks on because it's cold. So how am I going to go walking on the beach? I think I'm going to have to put shoes on today, guys. I'm putting shoes on, I think. Hello, car. I see you. All right, Matt. We're going to see a sunrise this morning. We're going to see a sunrise. I think the sunrise just came up, actually, because I can see it glistering. But that's all right. We might not make the exact... we might not exactly see the sunrise out of the ocean or over the mountain or over the island. We're going to still see the sunrise, right? Sorry, ignoring the chat, guys, because I'm driving. I know Matt's saying something there, Matt. Hopefully you had a good weekend, Matt. Hey, Matt, how's Maria? How's Maria? Is everything going okay there? Is she okay? If you talk to her, let her know I'm just thinking of her. And I hope her daughter's back to back to good now after a food poisoning. All right, let me drink my drink. I forgot about that. Always forget about that. So it's Monday morning here. It is 6:51 a.m. now. Well, I hope you had a good weekend. I mean, it's still the weekend for you, right? It's still, well, actually, no, it's not. It's nighttime for you, Matt. For our American friends, it's the afternoon. I guess it's the end of the weekend for them. Ah, so, I haven't been to the beach in a couple of days, guys. Did I come on Thursday? I don't think I came on Thursday. I didn't come on Wednesday either. Oh my gosh. I haven't been to the beach for a week. Crap. No wonder why I bounced out of bed this morning, guys. Mind you, it wasn't early. I got out of bed. Sorry, I don't go to bed. My alarm went off at 6 o'clock. It goes off every morning, 6 o'clock. I degrudge it every morning. Then I go, okay, let me do my meditation. So I did my meditation with Marie. And you know what? I fell asleep. I think I said Kirsty there. Kirsty, I was just watching you and Dean on your live stream with the other channel. Can't remember their name. I'm following them already. I must follow them from Amanda or you. But everyone was in the chat. I think it was about 4 a.m. in the morning. It was on my time. I saw it come up in my scheduled, as in it was scheduled. And I hit the notification, but of course, I'm going to be asleep. I'm not waking up. Sorry, guys. Love you, but not that much. So, yeah, I saw it. And Mike Adventure Sparks, actually also sent it to me too. But obviously, I was asleep. Oh my gosh, the sun is beautiful. Okay, okay, my normal park is being parked off. Oh, what's going on? What is going on, guys? They have put witches' hats where I normally park. That's all right. That's all right. We can move with that. We can move with that. We can go somewhere else. We can go somewhere else. Oh my gosh! I don't know if you can see the sun behind, kind of in the. No, you can't see the sun, but you know. Let's just stop talking. Let's just get to the beach, Dora. Let's get to the beach. She's a beautiful day. Ooh, let's turn that off. Ready? Woohoo! Okay. Hey guys, Debbie Sue. Hey Debbie Sue, how you going, mate? And we have Van Halen. Oh, from New Zealand. What time is it in New Zealand? What time is it in New Zealand? Okay, guys, I'm going to be really classy this morning. I've got one of my favourite animals on my phone. What do you think? I'm that excited. I didn't turn my car off. There you go. What do you think's on my socks, guys? All right. Woohoo! Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So guys, what's on my socks, guys? What's on my socks? Does anyone know what's on my socks? Come on, guys, you gotta give me some guesses, guys. Come on, give me some guesses. Batman. Is it Batman? Oh no, Batman's in the chat. Batman's in the chat. Oh my God, it's not Batman, it's a seagull. Wow. All right, guys, we have to do our gratefulness. So I'm going to put you down, and then you can look at my socks and see what one of my favourite animals is. I don't know why I'm making that noise. That's not how they make noises. I don't know what kind of noise that animal makes. Does anyone know what's on my socks? A platypus, yes! 10 points to Van Halen. I'm sure your name's not Van Halen, but kind of it is. So guys, look at the sunrise. Isn't that beautiful? So I always have to ask you guys, if you want to put it in the chat, you can. What are you grateful for today? I understand that not everyone is mourning. For my friend in New Zealand, what time is it in New Zealand? It must be New Zealand they're 2 hours in front. So it must be nearly 9 o'clock. It is 6:58 a.m. here in southeast Queensland. I'm in southeast Queensland. I'm over the pond from our cousins over there. They're in New Zealand over that way. I'm grateful for the connection that we made on here. Yeah, look, you know what's interesting, Kirsty? When I saw your live stream this morning, I watched about 20 minutes of it while I was very, very distracted from actually getting ready to go to the beach. What I saw, I could see in the chat, half our community was in the chat. And I think that's brilliant because, we all want to support each other, right? And I think that's really nice that, especially our friends Dean and Kirsty, they're only just starting to, they're jumping on everyone's live stream, saying hello. They did their first live stream about a week ago, or was it 2 weeks ago now? We're seeing them more and more. So I'm excited for that. I can see the confidence growing and growing. they're on like 3,000 watch hours. So like they're getting really close to, you know, that monetization point. And, you know, considering they are, you know, they're living on the, well, not living on the land, but, you know, like they're trying to be a little bit more self-sufficient. They, you know, I think, you know, this is just another little bit of them helping them to be self-sufficient. I mean, it's not going to be the end all and every, you know, it's not going to make them $1 million out of, you know, YouTube, but, you know, you never know. Like, honestly, if you're new in the chat here and if you aren't following Heart's Humble Homestead, that's Kirsty and Dean, Heart's Humble Homestead, they're from the UK. Look, guys, I would make everyone a moderator and then you could check each other out, but I've done that before and it doesn't actually give me any favours. So if you're on a computer, you can just highlight Heart's Humble Homestead and then plonk that into a new YouTube search, and wacky do, you'll get Heart's Humble Homestead, and you'll see lots and lots of different kind of information on trying to be self-sufficient. And that's the last video I watched. They were asking about, you know, is it possible to be self-sufficient? And yeah, lots of people, she invited a few different people. They invited a few people to jump on their live stream, or not live stream, their video, and tell them, answer that question. And it was very thought-provoking. I actually loved it. I actually wrote half an essay in their comment section. So yeah, I love their channel. And you never know. Who knows? When I say, I'm not even joking, like, you know, to make $500,000, like millions of dollars. But, you know, it'd be another little part-time income that, you know, could be really handy for their household. So, and now if you're on a phone, what I would suggest is to screenshot the chat that has, you know, the handle that you want to look at, Heart's Humble Homestead, if you want to check them out. Or if you want to check out Simply Debbie Sue, because Simply Debbie Sue is Simply Debbie Sue. She's simply amazing. She does amazing stories that she makes up herself, not from AI. And a lot of them are from actually loosely based on her life. I kind of like look at them now, her stories, and go, I can imagine Debbie Sue doing that. Not all of them, but some of them. So what I would do if I was on this chat, in the chat, and I wasn't a moderator, because, you know, I wouldn't expect to be a moderator on 1 million channels. I don't want to be a moderator on 1 million channels. I would screenshot, like, Simply Debbie Sue or Heart's Humble Homestead, and then I would go off the live stream, giving you permission to go off my live stream. I would then copy that link from your photos, go back to YouTube, plonk that into YouTube, and then guess what? Then you get to see Simply Debbie Sue and get to check her out. You know, you could save one of her videos to go back and watch later on and then come back to my live stream. Or you could just watch one of her videos and you could come back to my live stream later on. Or not come back at all. I mean, no one owes anyone, right? I always say, live your best life. Out here in the world. All right, let's drink this, guys. And then we're going to go start moving. We're moving. We're going to walk down the beach. Okay, I was on a rant there, guys. Debbie Sue says, I'm grateful for fresh vegetables and neighbours left on my porch this morning. Oh my gosh. Your neighbour left you some fresh vegetables on your porch. Hey, Debbie Sue, question. Do you think they grew them or do they buy them and they had access and they gave them to you? Love to know that question. Because this kind of circles back to Heart's Humble Homestead, Kirsty and Dean's latest video about, you know, what's it mean to be self-sufficient? Because that is exactly what I want to try to do. That little question there, what you're grateful for, that's what I want to do for my neighbours. But I also want them to do it to me too, you know, eventually. One time it'd be nice. I lost my brother in June 26. I'm grateful to be alive. Oh, I'm really, really sorry, Van Halen. Sorry, I'm calling you Van Halen, but it's Van Henny. I'm very, very sorry for your brother's loss. I can't imagine how you feel. But, you know, isn't it amazing that you're still here, right? And you get all these beautiful memories of your brother. Hey, this is Pam. This is Pam is coming from you, watching this from Canada, guys. Canada. We've got someone over there in New Zealand, over that way. We've got someone over there in, well, someone, Kirsty and Kirsty and Dean over in the UK. We've got Simply Debbie Sue over, oh look, I'm just pointing anyway, over there in the mountains of Virginia. We have Matt from Cheshire, so he's back over that way with near Kirsty and Dean. Then we have Pam, which is, I think she's in, are you in Ontario? Ontario. I think you're in Ontario. But she's in Canada, like right up. Van Haley, where are you from? Or you the person from New Zealand? Did I get that wrong? Everyone's saying hello there, everyone. Van Haley, big hugs. All the people in the chat are very, very lovely people. You should definitely go check them out. But, you know, they're all, you know, sending you hugs and thoughts and condolences from across the skies or across the oceans, right? Wherever you are. But yes, Kirsty, isn't that lovely about, you know, neighbours putting some fresh vegetables or fresh fruit and vegetables on Debbie Sue's porch? I love that. So that Debbie Sue got to wake up this morning and there's like some fresh vegetables. I mean, I love that. That's to me is the essence of homesteading, or the start of essence, you know, like, or not just of community. Communities can be such a big, broad kind of subject. They grew them. Oh, even better. This is even better for the conversation. Debbie Sue, do you guys grow anything on your land? Does your husband do a bit of, you know, growing? I mean, Debbie Sue, you haven't mentioned it. Your husband saw the man leaving. They have a huge garden. Oh, that's lovely. Alberta. Okay. Pam is from Alberta, not Ontario. Alberta. Okay, Van Haley is in New Zealand. Okay, so he's my cousin from over there. Oh, sorry, I'm just presuming you're male. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you said brother. No, you didn't say, yeah, maybe. Oh, I think you are male. Sometimes I don't know. I just presume sometimes. It was a wonderful, wonderful Dora, and it is exactly what you were talking about. Yes, exactly. As I said, I left an essay on, a few essays on Heart Humble Homestead's latest video. It's a really interesting topic about, you know, what's it mean to be self-sufficient. And it was a really good segue, like listening to a bit of your live stream with that other channel. Actually, do you want to drop that in the chat, guys? Because I think that's really, you know, like, I don't know if Debbie Sue saw it. I don't know if Matt, maybe Van Haley wants to, or Pam wants to maybe check it out. Maybe drop your link for that video first, because the video that you actually put out, it was only a 10-minute video, guys. It's not long. Go check it out and then come back later on and tell us what you think. But that was a really good segue into the video that in your live stream. So maybe put that first and then put the live stream link. Debbie Sue's got here. We used to have a big garden, but in the past couple of years, we haven't been able to take care of one. We do grow some tomatoes. I usually go to the farmer's market now and buy from the local farmers. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, supporting local is also really important too. I know, you know, being self-sufficient is about growing it on your land yourself, and I guess try not to use money, like bartering more, like, you know, swapping excess tomatoes that Debbie Sue might have with the neighbour that gives them, you know, bananas or something like that. That's what I really want to get into. That kind of self-sufficiency is like, self-sufficiency, you know, I think it's a dream for a lot of us. And personally, I don't really want to kill animals. I mean, I know I eat them. I'm very hypocritical, but I don't want to have cows and chickens and pork, you know, pigs and sheep to have, like, you know, fresh lamb chops and roast chicken. I know it's very hypocritical because I eat it, but I just cannot see myself doing that. I grew up, my mum and dad are very into self-sufficiency. And when I grew up, I have a very, very vivid memory of chickens running around the backyard with their heads cut off, guys. So I still eat chickens, I know, but it's a very big trauma. So thanks, Mum, for that. Mum, if you're listening in the chat, thank you for that trauma. It was my mum. My mum would chop their heads off, and I don't know why, but they would then run around the backyard, and it's very traumatic. I'm sorry. I know Debbie Sue is vegetarian, so she doesn't want to hear that either. Let's change the subject. So yeah, I would like to be it, but I couldn't do that as part of the job. Obviously need the land, need the time. Like, honestly, it is so time consuming. I mean, you could just be at it all day. One thing I'll put out there, guys, one thing I really want to do is, and we are going to do it, and you'll see that in probably the next year, on our property. We don't have a big property. We live in suburbia, right? Like I'll show you it over here. This is like suburbia. We don't live in the country. But we have a block, probably not bigger than that block there, I guess. We're on 500 square meters. So I don't know what that is for you guys. But 500 square meters is enough to put a house. And then, we've got a backyard that we have chickens running around. We have a front yard. We have a bit of a side. One side we can put grow stuff. On the other side we have water containers to catch water off the roof. And we have solar. So, we're trying to, do aspects of self-sufficiency. I guess it's more about not relying on, electricity, because if they turn the electricity off, what are you going to do, right? I mean, if they turn the electricity off, what are we going to do? I have no idea. But my partner's a bit of a prepper. So we went down a bit of a rabbit hole a couple of years ago, and we got, we did get solar, but we don't have the battery to put the solar. So anyway, we're working on those things. But one of the things is cooking, right? How are you going to cook if you've got no electricity? So we've got this really cool fire pit out the back that you can cook on, and it's so good, so good. Last year we were doing, at this time of year, we were doing backyard campouts and camping in the backyard and cooking in the backyard. It was so much fun. We should do that now. But it's just that at the moment, as I said, we've been renovating and there's less space. We're still going to do it. It's just that we're building a chicken house and there's a few things that we're doing. But one of the things we are going to do, guys, stay tuned for, is we're going to do aquaponics. And I know, again, people a bit, I know if people are vegetarian, they're probably not going to like this, but we really want to do aquaponics where basically, oh, hello, what's the bird we got here? Oh, okay, I thought that was a pelican coming towards me. What we want to do is we want to have fish, and obviously their droppings are really good for the garden, but we actually want to somehow do it. We're talking to someone and they told us how you could actually breed fish for eating. Now, fish is so good for us, all the minerals and all the, the omega-3s in them. So, yeah, we were kind of thinking about, in our brain that we're going to try to do aquaponics with actually growing fish to have like some kind of meat, because we're not going to eat our chickens, right? We eat the eggs, but we're not like Kirsty and Dean that get, like I heard you say that you get 6 to 10 eggs a day. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, guys, I'm rambling. I'm going to leave you on the beach. I'm going to quickly go put my shoes on because I probably need to put shoes on with my socks. Otherwise, that would look really weird. So I'll be back in a second, guys. I could talk all day about this subject. Yoro, yoro, yoro. Well, that is a beautiful sunrise this morning, guys. And I didn't put shoes and socks on. I took socks off because there's nothing better than having feet in the sand, I've got to say. So nice. And I have warmed up a bit now, guys, so it's nice, it's nice, it's nice. You can hear those waves. I know, it's so nice, isn't it? I had my friend Marie from Meditation Motivation Marie. She was watching the replay of one of my live streams the other day, and she's like, man, the sound of the ocean, like, you know, the tide just lapping up. She said it was so beautiful. And it is, it's so beautiful. And I always have to be so grateful that my mum and dad, and I guess this is probably, I have to thank my mum and dad, because my mum and dad actually were wanting to be completely self-sufficient. We moved from Kilcoy, which is a country town. My dad had a posting, he was a teacher. He had a posting at an educational centre, so we didn't actually own a home or property. So when he left that job, they bought property in Redcliffe. They also bought a property up in Mullaney. So they bought land in Mullaney, where my mum lives now, with the whole concept of being self-sufficient. But they realised that there was no school up there there was no high school up there, and they really wanted us children, there's my sister too. She's about 19 months younger than me. They wanted us to have a few more opportunities. So they wanted to, move us down to, I guess, this little place called Redcliffe, which back then was a little bit of a country town, but by the beach. So, I have to thank my mum and dad for that, because, they decided, because of us kids, that there was going to be less opportunity up in the country. That's why they moved to this little city town. Otherwise, I'd be a complete country bumpkin, guys. And when we moved to Redcliffe, we had this farm up in Mullaney. It's only a hobby farm. I think is it 2.5 acres? It's not huge, but it's got some really, really good fertile soil. So my dad put a shed up there straight away so that we could go up there and, put tools up there and stuff like that. And he started growing plants. So it's been, I'd say, 45 years of growing plants up there. There's some massive big gum trees and eucalyptus trees up there, which my mum is now having to pay to get someone to cut them down, because some of them are actually very close to her house. So big gum trees aren't really great if they fall on your house, right? Just saying. And my mum lives a very alternate life up there too. It's like a shed with many annexes on it. Yeah, so she lives a very alternate life. We call it mini Indonesia in ways, because it kind of reminds me of Indonesia and how the family live in Indonesia and grow food and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a combination of my dad's love for the native plants and then my mum's love for growing vegetables and growing, flowers. My dad also liked that too, but he was more into botanical names and plants. He did a lot of, he liked foraging, and yeah, so he got himself into a bit of trouble though, because, sometimes he would eat something that would make him very, very unwell. So you have to be careful with foraging. So yeah, my parents were very much into that kind of stuff. So that's why it's very much in my blood. Can't help it. And yeah, that's why I love the topic. And that's why I'm going on a rant right now. And someone sent me stars. Mike Ventures sent a star. Thank you. Mike Ventures. Wait on, that's Mike. That's Mike from his iPad. Hi Mike, how you going? Thanks for sending me the link for Kirsty and Dean's live stream this morning. Hey, what was the name of the other couple? I can't remember their name. I know their channel, but I mean, I know I'm subscribed, but I just actually can't remember too much about them. Now, before in the chat, guys, Kirsty put in the link for, let us see what she put in there. Oh, Fun in Nature. That's it, Fun in Nature. Okay, I do know them. Fun in Nature. That's the link to the live stream that Kirsty and Dean were on with Fun in Nature. If you want to go check it out, check it out. Please don't feel obligated to hang out here. You know I was going to go ramble on about something else random. We have the swimmers out there today, guys. In the distance there. I don't know if you can see them. But they are swimming there. And look at the sky today, guys. Look at the sky. What a beautiful winter day. Can you believe this is winter? Can you believe this is winter? We actually aren't having a really cold snap yet. I should be careful what I say. Over the weekend, it did get down to about 9 degrees where I live. So that's not very cold. Like Susan's been on like negative, like she's on 0 most mornings. You remember the same thing from growing up, Debbie Sue. Okay. The trauma's real. You love hearing about Diego's preps. Yeah. Oh, mate. Dean and Kirsty would love to have a good old chat with Diego. I think if Diego got on a live stream, we wouldn't be able to shut him up. Though the problem is getting him on the live stream, he's not that keen. I've kind of said to him, hey, can I like interview you for like your trip that you went on last year? He went on a solo trip to Europe last year. Can I, interview you? And like when you get him talking about, like whatever topic he wants to talk about, you can't shut him up. But he's not that into social media. Part of his prepping kind of stuff, he got rid of all social media. Marie was on Jazz's live this morning. Nicola also popped in to say hello. Oh, you mean in the chat? Debbie Sue, or she was actually on the live? Was she getting interviewed? Debbie Sue. Because Marie hasn't been on a live stream for a long time. That's how I met Marie, actually. I was on a live stream with Marie, Jazz, and Karen from New Zealand. And yeah, I met Marie there. But Marie, I don't think she's done a live stream for a long time. How you going, Matt? Have fun with Brian and Tiffany. That's their names. Brian and Tiffany. Okay. I was watching the live before I came to my live, so I'll go check that out later on anyway, the rest of it. But yeah, the last thing I heard was Dean was saying that they get 6 to 10 eggs a day. That's pretty epic, I've got to say. 6 to 10 eggs a day. Hello, Paula Connor. Paula Connor, how are you? Where are you from, Paula Connor? That would be a great live stream with Diego. Oh yeah, it would be. If I can get him onto it. Just don't you worry, guys. I'm working on things. Oh, she was in the chat. Debbie Sue. Okay. Oh, and Nicola. Yes, Nicola. How is Nicola, Debbie Sue? I don't think she's actually posting yet, is she? Otherwise, I've missed it. Is she back to posting? Obviously, we definitely miss Nicola. I love Nicola's content. She really dumbed down cooking, that it made it a little bit more easier to understand and that, we could follow. So Nicola, it was Nicola's recipes, if people don't know what we're talking about. And then it was Nicola's adventures. Nicola is a Malaysian lady living in Italy, but I don't think she's living in Italy anymore. I think she's back living in Malaysia full time. She was actually going to meet up with Jazz and I in Bali with Paul. And yeah, then she didn't. Red Bull Princess. Hello, Red Bull Princess. Oh. Honestly, that sound of the waves lapping up against the coast is beautiful. Now we have all the seagrass again. There's always a reminder that seagrass is good, right? And that reminder, Kirsty and Dean, about getting some seaweed, cleaning it, and then putting it in the garden. I would like to try it. Oh, there's many things I'd like to try. I got completely sidetracked yesterday afternoon, guys. I was normally on a Sunday afternoon, my time Sunday afternoon, I do a live stream putting together my weekly salads for the week and incorporating a bit of like what I've been doing in the garden, which is not a lot this week, and my poor planter pots that I've been trying to keep alive. Just reminds me that I probably need to water them. My planter pots haven't been doing this well. Mind you, I haven't actually even put in fertiliser. When you've got planter pots, you're supposed to put fertiliser in there every 2 weeks. Do you think I've done that? No. So I'm a bit of a bad plant mum at the moment. It is hard to juggle, that's the thing, right? Trying to grow your own fruit and veg, it's very time consuming. And, some people will say, well, it's where you put your priorities. Very, very true. It's where you put your priorities. Instead of what I was doing yesterday afternoon, I was making a video. It took me 2 hours to make my latest video of my adventure this weekend, which was going to a local show. It was so much fun. Loved it. But yeah, it did take me 2 hours. And yeah, in hindsight, I probably would have been better off actually, doing my live stream, doing my little gardening, what I wanted to do. Wanted to show you guys the tomatoes I've been growing. They've got little flowers on them. I love growing tiny tomatoes, and I love how they just grow everywhere. Wow, guys, we're actually being able to walk down to the beach, down to Lavender's Rock. We haven't been able to walk to Lavender's Rock for ages because there's been a lot of seagrass. So, let's go up here. Now, I always have to note there's a whole lot of mangroves here. See the little mangroves? So the mangroves are starting to encroach over this way a little bit more, which is kind of interesting, I think. There's Lavender's Rock. We can just go kick, 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 kick. See, it's the shape of a love heart. So it's always a moment to stop and chill. See, Matt Adventure Sparks sent a chili, so that's a very, very good segue. Stop and chill. And stop and have some water. And look at the view, guys. Look at that view. I always look up at that view and go, I'm very, very grateful to live here. I'm also very grateful because there are people living in tents at this beach, guys. Some would say, wow, they're getting a free view. They don't have to pay rates. But you know what? They have to live in a tent. And it's, it has been quite cold in the mornings. So I'm very grateful that I have a roof over my head, right? A warm bed. Beautiful mangroves. Beautiful. They do so much for our environment, our waterways, our air. It's so good that we've actually left that here. In development that's been happening, a lot of mangroves have been getting destroyed. So it's nice that we have mangroves. Oh, Kirsty's put a link to my new video. Thank you. Thanks. Mike's got here, beautiful. Yes, you are. Are you saying that I'm beautiful? I know. I don't think he was talking about that. I think you were talking about something else. But I'll just take that as I'm beautiful, right? We're all beautiful, right? And someone hasn't told you today, you got a great ass, you're beautiful, and we love you. Okay? Just saying that. Oh, turning that around. I love that saying. I don't think I said it right, but whatever. I have that on my stories all the time. So when I look at my memories, there's always that little meme that says, if someone hasn't told you today you've got a great butt or great ass, depends on which one I've shared, you're beautiful and you're loved. And I think that's just, so simple and it's so beautiful that, I know it might not mean a huge lot if you're, really suffering at the moment, but it's just a little reminder that you are beautiful. We're all beautiful. We've all got our strengths, right? Sometimes it just takes a little while to figure out what they are, but we definitely all have strengths. Yes, you're very lucky to live there. Yes, very much, Mike. And like I said, I thank my mum and dad all the time. My dad is now an angel in the sky. I thank him very much. My mum has a huge lot to do with that too, right? Because my mum really wanted some property. She wanted to live on a farm. So my mum is living her best life, right? She's 76 years old, going to be 77 in October, and she's living on, some land by herself, has ducks and chickens, and she does kill the chickens, and she eats them. And, she has eggs. She does sell the duck eggs sometimes to the local Thai restaurants. I don't think she's doing that lately because there's not enough duck eggs, but she used to. She's got a goose, this bloody goose. It's a giant-ass goose. And it's like a dog. He's protecting my mum's yard. So sometimes when you go over there, you've got to carry a stick because it tries to get at you. It's quite cute though. Have you ever seen a goose egg? Kirsty and Dean, or anyone in the chat, have you ever seen a goose egg? They're massive. Massive. So my mum used to have 2 geese. She was trying to breed them. My mum's all about breeding animals and trying to have more and sell them or anyway, but mum just forgets that you got to look after the little suckers. And there's only so many chickens you can have, right? Because chickens do fight. You end up with roosters that fight each other. It's not good. So a couple of years ago, Diego and I went up there and we built a big chicken house to house all the chickens. But that wasn't very successful because the chickens fight. So then she has another kind of section with chickens. And then another section with chickens. So that didn't work. I'm trying to make my mum's life a little bit more simple. Like, when you get older, things get harder and harder, right? Energy, all that kind of stuff. Even though my mum's pretty healthy, she does have, osteoporosis in her back. She's getting older. She's not as young as she feels or young as she used to be. If you're watching this, Mum, I know that, you love your land, but like you got to make things simple, man. And you're not making it simple when you have to feed chickens on like 5 different areas. And like my mum's farm, it's cold and miserable up there in winter. It's really cold and it's muddy as all hell. So like, getting around and feeding chickens and making sure they've got water, it's a lot of work. And if you just have 1 or 2 sections, it makes it easier. So anyway, but that's on my mum. We've told her. We built it to, to help make it easier for her, but mum doesn't make things easier for herself. And and her daughter's pretty much the same. I don't make my life easy for myself either, I guess. So I can't really talk. Hey, Teacher Kelly Tag, how you going? Oh, wow, you got a day off. You actually got the weekend off, Mike. So that's great. Normally Mike works on Saturdays. So he was told to stay home and have the day off. That's awesome. Love that. Does that mean, that probably means you're not going to get paid for that day, but which kind of sucks, I guess, because I know you like to work extra days. How's your son going finding a job, Mike? Mike, your son does very similar work to you, doesn't he? I'm sure your son's an electrician also, is that right? He got one this week. Oh, thank goodness. Mike, I can only imagine how relieved you are for that. That's great. Oh, well, that will help take the pressure off, which is awesome. So, kind of nice that you were able to have Saturday off then, because I know you've been working really hard and you've been a bit stressed. That's really good news, Mike. Yes, but unfortunately he lost his license, so he has to stay in town, which has made it extremely hard to find a job. Ah, crap. Let me guess, he was doing speeding and he got done a few too many times, or he got done for doing like what young boys do, burnouts and stuff like that, and then he lost his license. Actually, you don't need to tell us. Don't need to tell us. It's fine. It's done. Moving on. But he's got a job. He got a job in town that he could, he could get to himself. Hey, Rhonda. How you going, Rhonda? Oh, he never had a license. Ah, okay. That would be an issue though, wouldn't it? How come he never had a license? What the hell? I was watching something the other day, Mike, and I actually didn't know. I heard you talk about Paco, but I didn't actually know that Paco was like a English bulldog. I don't know why I didn't know that. I don't know what I thought Paco was. I've seen you with a few different dogs, like Alsatian-y kind of dogs, but I didn't realise Paco was a French bulldog. I mean, not a French bulldog, English bulldog. So I was on a live stream the other day and I was checking out, it's my way of like trying to catch up with older channels that I've been kind of neglecting. And I look at the comments of these old videos that I made, and one of them was one from you, Mike. And so I went and checked, looked at your videos, and one of your latest videos, Paco was running around. And I was like, what? I didn't know he had an English bulldog. And Debbie Sue's like, yeah, that's Paco. I was like, oh, crap, I didn't even know that. The system in Minnesota is really messed up. He got a ticket when he was younger for shooting a paintball gun So the state would not let him get a license until he paid the fine. Oh, paid the ticket. Unfortunately, he kept adding up tickets until paying them off. Now he owes $3,000 in tickets and can't get a license. Yeah, well, he should have been putting a couple of dollars aside to pay those goddamn loans off. That's hard. Look, get it, when you're young, you're young and dumb, right? I mean, let's face it, I'm still dumb half the time. I can't blame it on being young. Or can I? I mean, you're young as you feel. But yeah, that's a bit of a rookie move. Oh well, hopefully he'll rectify that, Mike. But that's so good that he got a job. So good. I'm really happy for you, Mike. We can see the pressure in your face when you were talking about it. But, you know, you've handled that really well. Oh, it's a Boston Terrier. Hold on, Debbie Sue's got a Boston Terrier. Yes, Debbie Sue, he is. Okay, he looks like a bloody English bulldog. A Boston Terrier. Interesting. Okay. Hey guys, over the weekend, the show that I went to, at the country show I went to, they had a dog competition where all the fancy dogs go. Have you ever been to one of those competitions and seen? Like, it's very interesting. Like, the owners are probably more interesting than the dogs, to be honest. The outfits they wear, and they're very, very obsessive over their dogs, like really obsessive. I was watching this guy, and he wanted to be private, so he had this. I couldn't see the dog because he was kind of like had it privately. He was doing something with the dog, and I was like, I don't know what he's doing, but basically he was like pretty, making his dogs pretty for their show, but he didn't want everyone to see. So anyway, eventually he put down his little shield that was shielding the dogs, and he had these two long-haired somethings. I don't know what they were, but he'd plaited their hair. It was very cute, very cute. But something you only see at dog competitions. It was very funny. Anyway, they had this. Oh my God, they had so many dogs. They were all like purebred, beautiful dogs. Like, you couldn't stop at one dog. You had to stop at. Yeah, you had to stop at all of them and ask if you're allowed to pat them. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cute." That was so beautiful. But I saw this little corgi, purebred corgi. Oh my gosh. I did put him in my video. If someone, in the middle of my video, I said, "There's Susan's tractor." So Matt, I did showcase Susan's tractor, only for a glimpse second. And then after that, there's a couple of screenshots of this beautiful corgi puppy. It was so cute. And there were many dogs. There were many dogs. But it's always fun watching the dogs getting kind of displayed around the track. You know how they do their turns, and they've got to do these things. And yeah, it's quite cute. Very cute. But I guess there's big money in like dog competitions. And then if they win, then you can breed the dog and make money out of the breeding. Yada, yada, yada. I mean, Mike knows all about breeding dogs. You've ended up with so many puppies. I'm guessing, how many of them have you got now left? Have you got rid of most of them? Have sold them? Yeah, you didn't want to pay for him. No, he wouldn't learn a lesson. That's right. He would just rack up more bills. Good on you. Dora, loved your premiere this morning. Hey Cheryl, how you going? Yes, thank you for watching that with me. I know I go straight to Premiere. As soon as I finish editing, I upload and go boom. Never my finest moments, but anyway. But yeah, Cheryl joined me. Thank you for watching. And a few of you guys have watched my in the replay, or not replay, it's a log for video, it's not a live. But yeah, it's only a 9-minute video of a show that I went to over the weekend. It was fun, it was really fun. I really enjoyed that. So thanks for watching, Cheryl. How are you this morning, Cheryl? Or this afternoon, should I say? Matt's got, we're old and dumb. Speak for yourself, Matt. We're not old. We're as young as you feel, Matt. Young as you feel. As Rhonda's got here, I'm with you, Dora. I still do dumb stuff, even at my age. Laugh. Yeah, but you're as young as you feel too, Rhonda. That's why Rhonda has a younger husband. You're as young as you feel, or the guy you're feeling, right? That's why I have a younger partner too. I mean, that's not half the reason, but anyway. So welcome in, guys. I'll show you the sun. She's blinding this morning. It's a beautiful winter day here in southeast Queensland. We've got the seagulls on the beach. Will we see pelicans, guys? Will we see pelicans? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And guess what Dora has today? She has her battery pack. And she's got it hooked over her wrist because, you know, she puts it in a pocket. She's likely that it's going to fall out. That's happened. Oh, looks like the tide's coming up. So it's my Monday morning here. I have a later start. So I would like to do a bit of a walk as far as I can, get around this, hopefully get around to Scott's Point. So yeah, please don't feel obligated to hang out too long, guys. Your time is precious. Like, for example, Dean and Kirsty. It's night time. Go to sleep. Matt, go to sleep. But I know you guys are night owls. So do what you want. I'm not your mother. Oh, what's that? I don't know what that is. Why that's there. Yes, I could pick it up, but I don't know. Sometimes I leave things there because sometimes people, it might have been someone's like lunch. They ate and they just left it there for a second. They're going to come back and get it. Who knows? Just like the other day, I found a phone on the phone and I thought, you know what? Just leave it there. Someone will come back and get it. You know, and they did. So here we go. The swimmers, beautiful day for swimming, guys. Look at that. This is winter, guys. They're in wetsuits. And see how they're dragging along a bit of a buoy, I'd call it. I don't know exactly what you'd call it in swimming, but just so that people know that there's someone there. It looks so beautiful for swimming, guys, this morning. Actually looks really, really nice. Let's feel the water, guys. Let's feel the water. Yeah, there'd be a bit of shrinkage, just saying, boys. Just saying, it's a bit cold. But it feels quite nice, actually. It'd be quite refreshing. I mean, you know you're alive. That's the good thing about when you do go swimming. When you jump in, it's like a, whoa. And you're like, whoa, I'm alive, I'm alive. Do you like that? Shake, 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 shake. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just thinking in my head, I was like, I could go for a swim this morning. No, but also, Dora, don't go for a swim. You're fighting some kind of flu. I don't think I have the flu, but I don't know if you've noticed, but my voice sounds a little different. Or maybe it's my ears, I sound a bit different. But yeah, a couple of days ago, I started getting sniffles. I'm like, what the hell? So obviously, you know, do the natural therapy stuff. Lots of ginger, lots of chili, lemon, honey, all the things. So I've done that. And you know what I did do over the weekend, guys? Let me tell you what I did. So, guys, you know that we're renovating the house. We don't have gas at the moment because we can't put gas on until we finish the wall. Anyway, yada, yada, yada. We're still cooking on a barbecue. We do have an electric oven and a microwave. I hate using microwaves. It's a convection oven thing, but I haven't figured out how to use the convection side of it. It doesn't actually make me confectionery, though, apparently. But anyway, I haven't been doing stir fries. I love doing stir fries, especially in winter. Like, doing lots of ginger and chili and, all the things to spice up your life. And, obviously I like, cooking stuff out of my garden. I like to make meals completely out of the garden. And sometimes I can. At the moment I don't have tomatoes, so it's a bit harder. But in a couple of weeks, guys, if Dora pulls a finger out, we will have tomatoes. My spring onions don't exist anymore, unfortunately. Normally I could have spring onions, ginger, chili, turmeric from the garden. Maybe some of it's frozen, but, it's from the garden. Eggs from our chickens. And then I put chocos, some green leaves from different things in the garden, and I make up a really nice stir fry. Well, actually, I make an omelette. That's an omelette. Or I can make a stir fry, the same kind of deal, but different. But anyway, because I don't have gas, it's harder to use the wok, right? And guess what I tried to do over the weekend? I tried to put the wok on the barbecue, and guess what? It took like about an hour and a half to cook a stir fry, and it didn't work. I eventually had to dump it into like a casserole dish and then put that in the oven to warm it up to keep it cooking. I mean, I ate it. I ate it. Of course, you got to eat it, but it wasn't ideal. But anyway, what I was trying to do was overload on all the nutrients and all the love. I just feel like when you're eating stuff from the garden, it just feels like pure love, and that you're getting all the nutrients from the land. Though in saying that, it's not always true because you've got to put nutrients back into the land. But we try to do a bit of that. But also it's like a warm hug from my father too, because it's my father's land originally. I did buy the property off my dad many years ago, but it is initially really my dad's property that my dad, he used to bury scraps in, and he'd like to try to get the ground, in a good way to plant plants. And we are trying to plant plants. I just feel like it's a warm hug from my father. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do. Fight off a cold. So probably going for a swim, Dora, is probably not the smartest idea you've ever done. I mean, I don't do things smart, let's face it. There's a lot of things I do that I could probably do in a different way. But hey, I probably wouldn't be Explorer Dora if I did things the normal way. I think it'd be pretty boring, actually. I don't do boring. I do hard. I do everything roundabout. And look, I don't do myself any favours, put it that way. Oh, it is the same as the English Bulldog. Okay, so Mike was saying in the chat, guys, Paco is a Boston Terrier, which is the same family of the dogs of the English Bulldog or French Bulldog or a boxer. Okay, so he's a boxer. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Not that I know too much about my dogs, but yeah, those kind of dogs are actually, they're not that popular here because unfortunately they're bred really badly here. Just like a lot of breeders, they don't breed properly. And one of my girlfriends actually had one. And oh my God, they're so adorable, right? But anyway, it started having lots of complications. And by this stage, it was about 3 years old. And like, we're talking expensive complications, like operations, $20,000 later, like really expensive. And then she didn't help herself either she decided to get a French bulldog, one of the little ones, and guess what? It also had issues. So she's now got 2 dogs with issues. And guess what? All her money goes to paying for these dogs' treatments. It's really hard. And you know what happened? The young puppy that she got that had these complications, she complained to the owner, and the owner said, okay, well, I'll take your dog back and I'll destroy it because, I don't want those dogs, getting out and having other babies, right? Because she didn't have it, she purposely didn't, it was, it wasn't desexed. So she sold them as not desexed puppies because that way these people can breed those dogs, right? And what she did was these dogs weren't actually bred properly. So if my friend actually bred that dog, then she's breeding more, trouble after trouble. So the breeder said, look, I'll take the dog back and, I will destroy the dog, as in like she'll put the dog down. And of course my friend was like, oh God, no. After 6 months of loving the puppy, she's like, oh, hell no. So basically the owner gave the money back for the dog, which is about $3,000. They're expensive dogs. But of course, she's like, well, that's on you. If you want to pay for the treatments and all that, that's on you, because she goes, well, from my side of things, I would have put the dog down. So, of course, my friend's not going to breed the dog, but she's never going to destroy the dog either. So, yeah, she's had quite a few issues with these dogs. So, yeah, those dogs, unfortunately, here in Australia are very expensive, but also bred really badly. And a lot of people have issues with them. There's a lady here, actually, that I say hello to when I walk past. She's got one, and she walks the dog in a pram. I'm like, why are you walking the dog in a pram? She's like, oh, it's got some hip issues. So she walks the dog along the beach in a pram. And it's the cutest thing. You see these bulldogs are so cute. Not all dogs are cute though. But yeah, and it's just sticking out of his head out of a pram. It's very cute. I have had all them dogs. Okay, so you're obviously really into those dogs. Have you ever had any issues, Mike, with the dogs itself? Everyone's saying hello to Cheryl. Susan got a tractor. Yeah, Susan got a tractor. That's how we should talk. Susan got a tractor. I like Susan's red tractor or green tractor. I think it's green. I think she said orange. She's got an orange tractor. Susan's got a tractor, guys. I can see Susan driving around a tractor. Oh, for sure. You know what I see when I visit Susan, because I will visit Susan, that Susan's going to give me lessons on how to drive a tractor. I'd like to know how to drive a tractor, just for shits and giggles. So I see that. I'm manifesting that. Susan's going to teach me how to drive her tractor. No, Matt, she didn't get a tractor. I'm manifesting this. Oh, you heard me say that I showed Susan's tractor. I saw a tractor at their show I went to on the weekend, and I put the picture of the tractor and I said, "There's Susan's tractor." See, we all need to just pretend that she's got the tractor, guys. I love it, Matt. Can you go to her live stream and just say, or even one of her comments on her videos and say, "Hey, Dora said you got a tractor. Congratulations." She'll love that. Matt says he feels 200. Well, you're getting in and out from under a car. I'd feel 200 getting in and out of under a car too. You're telling okay, I'm really far behind this chat. I'm telling all of Rhonda's secrets about, I think that she's referring to You're as young as you feel, or the guy you're feeling. Yes, Matt, I am. Debbie Sue's correct. I'm just saying I saw a tractor, and I'm always going to see a tractor and think of Susan, guys. Always. Always. Even when Susan has a tractor, I'm going to say, hey, Susan, I saw this tractor the other day. It looks really cool. You should get this one too. I mean, she won't need 2 tractors, just saying. You weren't wrong, Matt. I'm talking in present tense. Hey guys, here comes a pelican. Here comes a pelican. Let me stop. That's a pelican coming into land. Oh, thank you. I absolutely adore watching pelicans fly. And guess what? We're going to walk straight past him. We also have this guy here. I don't know if you can see him. We can't just give the pelican all the love. This little guy, that's a cormorant. Cormorant. They're interesting animals. They're very interesting animals. Sharing your channel with Scott winning the week. He had Discord and he keeps lots of us notified with YouTube. Oh, okay, thanks. I know Scott, yeah. Thanks for that, Mike. The water is absolutely beautiful today. You went swimming yesterday, Mike. I'm definitely feeling it today. You're going snorkeling at Key Largo at the end of the month, Cheryl. Oh, that'll be fun. Hey, Key Largo. Oh my God, there's another pelican. Did you see that, guys? The way they land is so cool. You know why they're here? Because there's a boat. Oh, where's our friend Deb? Calling Deb. Bring. Calling Deb Warwick on the phone. Bring. Pelican alert. These pelicans are so smart. They know exactly where the food is. Okay, I wonder if he's about to chuck the bait out. Because a lot of the fishermen, after they finish fishing, there's no use for their bait, right? They chuck their bait out. So I think we're about to see the pelicans getting some food. Or maybe not, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We can get a bit closer. Oh, the pelicans are fighting. Guys, the pelicans are fighting. I've never seen that before. Oh my God. Look, they're actually fighting each other. Oh my God. Look, they are. They're fighting each other. Crap. Man, this one's you're a bit nasty. You're a baddie. I don't know which one was there first. I've no idea. They both look the same, obviously. Okay, sorry guys. I'm just going to go back to the bottom of the chat. I'm way far behind. Yeah, the fight is on, Debbie Sue. Hey, travelling with the Combs. Welcome in. We've got Brandon and Ash from, oh my God, Wisconsin. We were checking out your live stream the other day. That was a great live stream. I loved your walk. Ash and Brendan and little Charlotte were walking in a railway corridor. Oh my God, they're walking towards me, guys. So we're just going to stay at a safe distance. Not that we're scared that they're going to attack us, but more the fact that I just don't want them. You just don't want to get too close to animals, right? They don't want to be humanised, though you can't get much more humanised than this because they know that they're going to get food from this guy. So that's why they're hanging out. Well, he might not give them food, but we just saw them fighting. Debbie Sue says that one pelican needs to turn around and rock that other one's world. Well, considering, I don't know how pelicans mate. Does anyone know how pelicans mate? You know, we're going to go there, guys. Debbie Sue, you open the segue. Does anyone know how pelicans mate? Do they just jump on each other's back? I don't know. Does anyone know? Can someone Google that for me? I want to know now how pelicans mate. I'm guessing they're like chickens. They're birds, right? Okay, I think they've given up. Oh, what's happening now? Where are they going? Where are they going? Where are you going? Come back! Come back! Okay, they're doing a turn. They're doing a turn. They're following each other. They're going out there. There's a boat out there, guys. I can't see them there. No, they're not going there. Where are they going? There's a guy on a kayak. Maybe they're going to the guy on the kayak. They are. God, they're cheeky little shits. Yep, they're right out there with a guy with a kayak. They've just checked him out. No, they've come. They're landing. No, not landing. I don't know. Where are they? There they are. No, they're coming back. They obviously sussed him out. They went, nah, he's not doing anything. Now they're turning around again. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, they might actually be chasing each other flying. Oh, no, they've just gone in the water. So they're not far. There's a guy on a kayak out there fishing. So like I said, they are not stupid. They are very, very smart. The guy on the kayak is paddling in though. All right, well, we might keep on walking, guys. Life with Gen X values. We do get around, don't we, Mike? Okay, so hi, Life with Gen X values. That's not Paw Paw, is it? On a different channel? Oh, it's Jan. Hello, Jan. Good to see you in Australia again. Oh, Catherine, fabulous 60s. You were on Brandon and Ash's channel the other day. I actually saved one of your latest videos. I haven't ended up watching it yet. I will get around to watching it. There was actually quite a lot of good channels in your live stream the other day, Brandon and Ash. And yeah, so I saved some of their latest videos in my to go back playlist. How'd you go this morning?
Well, I caught a meal, that's one thing.
You caught a meal, that's good. What kind of fish did you get?
A Jew. There it is in the truck.
You got a Jew?
Yeah, I never caught many of them.
Oh. A Jew. I've never heard of that. Okay. Oh, this one down here. Oh gosh, he's huge. He's huge. It's under there, guys. Wow. That will be a nice meal for you for lunch.
Yeah.
Might even get dinner out of that too.
Yeah, I think so.
Good work. The pelicans definitely wanted some off you.
I gave one piece of bait.
You gave them some bait. That's why they were hanging out there, were they? Yeah. Here comes the pelicans again. Where are they? Where are they, pelicans? Oh, he's coming right at me. He's like, you're not getting any bait. I want the bait. So welcome in, guys. This is my local beach. You'll find me here most days, walking along the beach, checking out the animals. And this is one of my favourites, pelican. Absolutely adore them. They're so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, Kirsty's Googled it for me. Same as other birds, Dora. Most birds mate using a brief, specialised physical contact called the, what's that go? Something kiss. Oh my gosh, okay. Interesting, like birds. Here we go. I love when they walk, guys. I love the little waddle. Waddle, 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 waddle. So Mr. Pelican is hoping that he's going to get some more bait, but the fisherman said he already gave him some bait. Here comes the other one. He doesn't want to miss out either. So he's hanging out with that guy on the kayak. thinking I'm going to get something. Oh, here we go. He goes back over there. Here we go. We're going to fight. We're going to fight over here. Oh, he just got some. He just got some. He just got some bait. The other pelican is not going to be happy. He missed out. They are such cool animals. Okay, let's keep walking. Keep walking. I'm going to see how... I was thinking we were about to get down to the point today, but I don't think we're going to get down to the point. So welcome in, guys. I live in southeast Queensland, a place called Redcliffe. I'm about 30 minutes away from Brisbane without traffic. I have been able to get into Brisbane for 30 minutes at a peak time. Oh, does school go back today? No, it's school holidays. I think school holidays finishes today. Oh, crap. That means that traffic will be back to normal. Though in saying that, I've got a late start today, so I'm not going at peak hour, so I don't have to worry about that. So I've got a late start. That's why I'm just hanging out, guys. Normally I'm probably would be walking shorter and doing a little bit of my strength training, which I do need to do. It's Monday morning. We should do some strength training. So guys, just to be clear, oh, sorry. I'm not a health and fitness channel. I'm not here to teach you anything about health and fitness. I just share my experiences. And one of the experiences I'm sharing at the moment is that I have probably like a lot of people, you know, we get older, we get arthritis and things. My left knee's not happy with me at the moment. So I'm going to Africa in under 45 days, I think. Oh my God. So I'm going to Africa in 45 days, and there might be a time that I might actually have to do squats, guys. So I'm talking about squatting over a hole to go to the toilet. Yep. If you don't like that kind of toilet humour, you're probably not going to like my channel, just saying. I do talk about toilets a lot. Just happens to be that it's just a natural form of conversation in my little repertoire. So not being able to squat because you've got a dodgy knee is not really going to help me, right? So I have to figure out how to build a bit of strength so that if I have to, God forbid, if I have to do a number 2 over a squatting hole, I'm not going to fall in the hole, right? Because, you know, when you've got to go, you've got to go. And I can't exactly stand up and do a number 2, right? Just saying. So it does put me in a bit of a predicament. So I did go to a physio, and he's given me some exercises. So today I have to do some squats, wall squats, guys. So wall squatting today. And I do some triceps, push-ups, and some normal squats. Just, you know, every day, not every day, but, you know, a bit of strength training is really good for you. And I do some weights at home too, but I don't show you that. As I said, I'm not here to show you how to exercise. Hopefully I'm here to show you, like, just to motivate you to kind of, you know, move your body. Move your body. Move your body. Oh, this is beautiful today, guys. Now, this is winter here, guys, in Australia. But I live in southeast Queensland, so it is actually, our weather's a little bit different to, like, the south. So we have a lot of friends, like Susan from High Country Homestead. She lives in the mountains in Victoria. She'd probably be waking up to like zero degrees today. We're probably about 15, or we're probably about nearly 20 degrees now. It's actually nice. I could actually take my jumper off, to be honest. Or my sweater. A lot of people would say it's a sweater, Dora, not a jumper. I just call it a jumper. It's a jumper. But it's got a zip on it, so I guess it's a sweater. Anyway. Isn't it interesting the different words we use? Like, I always freak most of you out in the chat when I say, oh, I've got to put my thongs on. And everyone's like, what? That's a bit graphic, Dora. Come on, keep it out. Keep it clean. I'm talking about my thongs on my feet, guys. So we don't call them sandals. I don't say I'm going to put my sandals on. Or if you were in New Zealand, you say I'm going to put my jandals on. Nah, we don't say that. We say put the thongs on. But I am free. We're going freestyle today. Freestyle. I definitely think that our world, I mean, a lot, they do say, I'm not sprouting anything that you guys don't know, but they do say that a lot of knee issues and feet issues come from actually wearing too many shoes. You know, we're not meant to be in shoes all the time. So that's why I try to, it's very easy to walk on the beach, right? I love it. But that's why it's so healthy for me to be wearing no shoes. So Diego actually is going through a few feet issues at the moment. And he has started, because he has to wear steel cap shoes for his work. And he's in his shoes a lot. And he works a lot at home too. So, you know, he is wearing shoes a lot. So he has started to take his shoes off and walk in the grass and dirt a lot more than normal. He can't work like that, but just to help minimise whatever's going on with his feet. Okay, normally we can get down to the point, guys. We haven't been able to get down there for a while, just because of the times, the tides that I come and walk. So that's Scott's Point down there. It's a beautiful little area. And I can just see the tip of the Rainbow Stairs. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's Rainbow Stairs there. Some big houses down there. And then we've got these guys up here, these guys at the top here. They're actually professional fishermen. They're actually watching to see if the mullet are on. If they see mullet jumping, they will tell their buddies. And then before you know it, there'll be boats going out and there'll be big nets coming back into the ocean, into the beach. So sometimes when we're walking on this beach, we can actually see them picking up all the mullet. I've seen them once this year, but they actually didn't catch any. They took the nets out there and stuff, but they didn't actually get any mullet. So maybe they were on last week. I wasn't really on much last week. So a bit of driftwood. So beautiful. So the sun rose over that way before and it was so beautiful. We just caught it just in time. Hey Nicholas, how you going? Steve was also here. Hey Steve, High Plains camper. Is Steve from Colorado? I'm so glad your video went so well, Steve. A couple videos back, Steve put a video out where it was pretty hardcore. He was in his camper van doing his camping, bushfire, you know how he does his little camp outs over the weekend, and a goddamn tornado alert came on. Bloody hell. It was pretty exciting watching, I've got to say. I mean, we've all seen Twister, right? Thankfully, it was nothing like that for Steve. But yeah, it was fun to watch. I'm glad it wasn't me. But yeah, that video has done really, really well. Please don't do that again, Steve. Because next time you might not survive, and we don't want that to happen. Has it ever happened to you before, Steve, that you've actually been out camping and you've had a tornado alert? Because like you could actually see like this tornado chases and stuff. Like you were really close. If you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, High Plains campers. Yeah, he was camping, and a tornado alert came on, and he literally just bunkered down where he was. And yeah, it got pretty nasty out there. The clouds in the sky, the rain, a bit of hail. The Pelican looks like a bomber plane. I know, it does, doesn't it? The Pelicans, when they land, are so cool. I can't get enough of it. I really can't. And they're up here again still. So I'm going to walk back to them. Absolutely love them. They're so cool. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. So life with Gen X values is Jen. Sorry, Jen, am I subscribed to you? I don't know. Sorry, you subscribe to so many people, and sometimes if you don't engage enough, you know, you kind of just miss people in the unfortunately, in the subscribe list. So nice to meet you, Jen. I'm Dora from Australia, obviously. What was I about to say? Heart's Humble Homestead is Kirsty and Dean from the UK. Definitely check them out. They are very, very cool. Very cool. All right, guys, we're going to go up here. And we're going to do some of our exercises. Don't feel obligated to hang out because you know that I'm just going to ramble, do my thing. I'll hopefully have set the camera up so you can guys see a little bit of something other than my head. So Life with Gen X Values is Jen. Only the reason I know that is because everyone was saying hello, Jen. And Heart's Humble Homestead is Kirsty and Dean. And then we've got High Plains Camper, who's Steve, who we're talking about. Oh, I've got the Sauce. Hello. We've got Sauce, which is Doran from Maui. If I zoom in, guys, there's our little pelican. Good old pelican. Who was anyone else with a weird name? I think Mike Adventure Sparks is pretty, I think we know that's Mike. And Debbie Sue, well, is Debbie Sue. Who else have I missed there? Cheryl, I think everyone knows Cheryl. I don't know if Cheryl's still there. Nicholas, everyone knows Nicholas. Nicholas, is Nicholas? I know they just like to introduce people that have different handles to their names, just so that people know their names. I just think it's nice to know people's names. The Sauce is here. Okay, I can never catch up with the chat, guys. Oh, and we've got the travelling with the Combs. That's another one, guys. They're from Wisconsin. That's Brandon and Ash. I always like to just so that people know who they're talking to. And Travelling with the Combs, which is Brandon and Ash. Heart Humble Homestead is Kirsty and Dean from the UK. As Doran would fabulously say, there's millions in the chat. There's millions in the chat. Yes, it's great. Lots of people. Good channels. Oh, there's some amazing channels here, guys. Oh, of course, we've got Rhonda. My God. But I think everyone's intrigued by Rhonda Hensley, is another amazing creator. We're all amazing creators, guys. Just ask us. And we'll tell you. Pop's Wisdom Tuck says it's like toilet paper at the beginning. Life is slow, and the more you get in the middle, the faster it goes. Oh my God. Yeah, that's funny. So you're talking about Scott, right? Are you talking about Scott? Or are you talking, oh no, that's a different channel, hey. Pop is Wisdom Tuck. Yeah, okay. There's a few channels. God, there's so many people. No, Dora, those sandals are flip-flops. They're thongs. Mike? I was calling Mike Magic Mike the other day. Let's call him Magic Mike, guys. It's about 9 degrees in Victoria at the moment. It was 4 degrees in the early morning, Nicholas. Oh my God, that's cold, Nicholas. Okay, I'm obviously way behind the chat again. They're slippers in Hawaii. You call them slippers? Wow, interesting. Yeah, right, slippers. I'm gonna put my slippers on. Yeah, okay. It's just not the same, guys. I'm gonna go put my thongs on. It's Celsius, Cheryl. I mean, Cheryl's probably already answered that. Someone's already answered that, I'm sure. I have a lot of hair. Maybe I'll catch a mullet. Okay, I'm far behind in the chat. Okay, we've got Farbrick Studio. Farbrick Studio is our friend Wayne from the UK, guys. Everyone is there, guys. Okay, well, guys, that's me. I'm going to just unplug you from my battery pack. I have to do my little exercises. Like I said, guys, I'm going to Africa T-minus 45 days, and I need to get myself organised. And one of those things about getting organised is I have to get better at squatting, because in Africa there might be a situation that I actually have to do a number 1 or number 2 over a hole. And Yeah, I have had the experience a few times in Asia. I avoid them like the plague. I'm gonna be honest. I avoid them like the plague. But sometimes you can't avoid them, and if you can't hold your squat, then you're in trouble, Dora. Just saying. So I did a bit of an experiment the other day. Let me show you. Let's see. Let's do. Whoops. Let's just try the experiment. Let's just see what happens here. Let's see how long I can hold a squat for, guys. Now, guys, I'm not talking about a normal squat. I'm doing like a low squat. I don't know if you guys can do it, but let's see. Two, 23. Oh my God. I held it for 30 seconds, guys. And you know why? Because in the last 2 weeks, we have been doing some strength training. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I know a lot of people are new here going, what the fuck? Sorry, guys, but I'm not going to change anything because there's someone new in the chat. This is where my channel goes sometimes. We're talking real stuff. So a lot of you guys know I have been practicing doing some strength training. The physiotherapist gave me some things I need to do. And obviously it works because the first time I tried to do that, I did it for 10 seconds and nearly fell over. So you can imagine if I'm over a hole and I fell over, that wouldn't be pretty, just saying. So we did it for 30 seconds. Oh my God, we're getting stronger. Okay, so how do I do this? I need to do some wall. Okay, we're going to use that wall over there. We're going to do some wall squats. And guys, just disclaimer, I'm not here to teach you anything, okay? So please don't try to do what I do. That'd be stupid, okay? Because I'm me and you're you. Go see a doctor or a physician before you do any weird exercises. And don't blame Dora if you do something. Because my mum started watching me do squats and she goes, oh, I'll do some squats. They look good. And she hurt herself. So don't be like my mum. Okay. So every second day I have to do wall squats. I've got to count to 30 3 times. 3 reps. So let's go. Actually getting easier. Isn't it interesting though, right? Like I said, I share my experiences, right? So when I first started doing this 2 weeks ago, like I'd get to 10 seconds and be like, oh my God, everything shakes and like, you know, your muscles are spasming. I mean, I'd hold it, right? I haven't fallen yet because I'm obviously leaning up against a pole, right? So it makes it easier. But you're building strength, obviously, right? So it's working. So today I got to about 22 seconds and I'm like starting to shake. Just got to hold it, right? So yeah, progress, man, progress. Okay, can stretch in between too, eh? Ooh. Okay, I got one more set to go. Hey, Wayne from Firebrick. Okay, everyone's saying hello to Wayne from Firebrick Studios. Everyone's saying hello to Wayne. Firebrick Studios from the UK. Hopefully one leg at a time. Dora, are you getting cold? Yeah, I know. I think I am. Nicholas. I'm fighting it with all my might. I squatted with you. Thanks, Jen. Squatting with Dora. I squatted too. please be careful, guys. I don't promote that. Just be careful, okay? Like, as I said, I'm not here to teach you anything, guys. But yeah, you take responsibility. Okay, I've got one more set to do. You just got to stretch more. Get down to the ground. Oh, man. I think, Doran, you do a bit of yoga, don't you? You have to practice when the moment comes, right, Doran? Oh, yeah. How are your knees? Knees. Yeah, well, that's the issue. That's what's wrong, is because my left knee has got arthritis in it, so I don't squat very well. So anyway, one more set, guys. All right, we did it. Oh. So, on the alternate day, I have to use bands. So basically, I put bands in between, around one leg, and I gently squat, and then I'm supposed to move my leg backwards to kind of strengthen the knee area. So that's every second day. And then I have to do bridges. So I can do bridges, as many bridges as I want. Not London Bridge, but I don't build a bridge. I've got to do bridges. And they help with like your hip flexors and your quads and your glutes and all the things in there. I can do as many of them a day. So I think I have to go back to the physio, I think on Wednesday. And he's going to give me some more stuff. But I think by just doing that, just example of like trying to hold the squat myself, I can see in myself, I can feel my things engaging better. So I think because we live such a stagnant life, like we sit down a lot. I mean, half of you guys, I'm sure, are sitting down. I don't know, maybe you're listening to me while you walk around. I know Debbie Sue is probably listening to me in her ears while she walks around doing her things in her house. But a lot of you guys are, I'm not just singling you out. I mean, I'm the same, right? Sometimes I'm watching you guys on live stream sitting on my ass, right? So, we're all the same. But, we live such stagnant lives sitting on our asses so much that, we're not actually engaging the muscles down there. So, I mean, again, I'm not here to tell you anything, but I think you've heard this yourself. So that's why we struggle. I struggle. Remember oil, what? Remember the oil you bought in Indonesia for your mum? Did that help her? Yes, she did. It does, and it's really good. Really good. So Nicholas is referring to when I was in Bali. I used to get a massage from this lovely lady, Madre, and guys, we're getting serious, guys. It's getting warm. It's getting hot in here. Let's take off all our clothes. Okay, joking. Yeah, she used to massage, and she used to use this amazing oil, and my mum said, hey, can you get me some of that? So I bought some, and then I bought some more at the airport, and I have some in the car. It's actually really good stuff, actually, really good. So I will take that with me, Nicholas. I put that on my knee sometimes, yeah. So anyway, guys, I know there's a lot of people here. My gosh, everyone's here, like, wow, thank you, guys. So I'll show you where we are. We are at the beach. It's a beautiful day. This is a winter day, guys. This is winter in southeast Queensland. Beautiful, eh? It's an absolutely beautiful day. Lovely area. This is Margate area. It's there's a fish and chip shop there, the Red Dolphin. It's really good fish and chip shop. And, people come over and have barbecues, and there's barbecues here, free barbecues, tables and chairs. Nice grass bit you can sit on, or you can sit on the stairs here. There's some stairs going down to the beach, or sit on the beach. Normally the beach is a little bit longer, but it's, coming up to high tide, I think. We're getting up to high tide. You can see that little cove down there. That's a really cute little section. That's my favourite little section. Scott's Point. I like to swim down there. It's beautiful. Kind of feels like a hidden little oasis, but you know, but you've got all these houses in front of you or apartments. So yeah, this is Redcliffe in southeast Queensland. So I'm about 30 minutes away from Brisbane. Brisbane Airport's over here. There's a plane coming in. You won't be able to hear that, but there is a plane coming in. That is Fisherman's Wharf over there. That's where all the cargo ships come in and the cruise ship. There's a big cruise ship there. All the cargo ships come in there. We've got a beautiful island in front of us. I know that you can't see it really at the moment. But there is an island behind there. It's called Moreton Island. That's why we don't have the waves, which I'm okay with. It's nice to have flat, you know, ocean to swim in. That's why you see the swimmers going up and down the beach here a lot. They use this as their natural swimming pool. But yeah, it's freezing. It's freezing out there today. They've got jets. They've got wetsuits on. So the sources here. I got my payroll number in. I maybe get a live in. Going to be big Christian musician Ryan Ellis in 5.5 hours at the church. We'll try to get some footage. Oh, that sounds interesting. I don't know who Ryan Ellis is, but he's obviously some kind of good musician in the Christian world. That sounds great. So guys, I'm going to keep on continuing on with my normal strength training. And again, guys, please don't judge me. I don't judge you. Also, I'm not here to teach you how to do the things that I do because I probably don't do them properly. So that's why I say don't follow me. But I am going to do my strength training. You guys can have a chat, do what you need to do. You don't need to hang out either. You know, you're welcome to do what you like. So I'm going to do 5 rounds of 10 reps and 5 sets and 3 different exercises. We're doing triceps, and then squats. So, you know, if you want to do a bit of movement yourself, please, you're welcome to. Do what you like. Right. One round. 2 sets. Whew. Oh man, I got 20 likes on my channel. Thanks guys. Thank you. See you sauce. Talented something. Talented. I've been listening to K-Love Radio for years now. Ryan Ellis is one of big names. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm sure you're going to film some stuff and show it to us. And Dora is squatting with you, Dora. Oh, good. Well, look after yourself squatting, okay? Make sure you get your own right technique for yourself. Don't blame me for seeing things hurt. All right, keep on going, Dora. I don't know if you noticed, but I clap to like G myself up. Hey, Teacher Kelly Tag, still here listening while I do other things. Go Dora, go Dora, go Dora. So that's why I clap. Like kind of clapping makes me like hype myself up. Like yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, calm down, Tiger. Calm down. Oh, you gotta get in. All right, let's do this. I handled that better than normal. Go me. All right. All right, squat time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Okay, 3 sets. I think I've done 3. 3? I think it's 3. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Working on number 4. 1, 2. 8. Whew. 10. Whew. It's okay to stop in the middle of it too, right? I think I only get 3 then done then. Got another 7 to go. I'm gonna do a bit of stretching. It also could be that I need to strengthen my wrists too, because I feel it in my wrists more than anything, because I'm supposed to be working this here, and it seems to really hurt my wrist, so I've got to be careful, right? So you don't force yourself, right? I always say, again, if you're new here, I am not teaching anything, I'm just sharing my experiences. You definitely don't want to hurt yourself, right? Like that's my plan, I don't want to hurt myself. All right. Could be the technique I'm doing too. All right. Okay, we did it. I think it's technique, guys. It's technique. I'm not saying that I have great technique, but you know, if you have better technique, maybe it doesn't. If you have better technique, I'm not using my wrist. I'm actually using what I'm trying to work is this, right? They call it the tuck shop arms, right? Actually, my God, are they looking better than normal? I think they are. Go, Dora. 4 sets done. Woo-hoo. Okay. Bring it home, Dora. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Oh yeah. Woo! Okay. 2 more things to go. Then we go back to walking on the beach, guys. Hopefully we see some pelicans again. Or even better, can we all manifest a turtle or a dolphin? I'd love to see a turtle or a dolphin. I've seen both of those here on a live stream, but we don't see them all the time. So yes, let's manifest a turtle or a dolphin. Yes, turtle or dolphin. Which one do you want to see? Turtle or dolphin? Let's go, let's go. Turtle or dolphin? Okay, let's finish this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. High five, we did it. But we're just got to finish it off though, guys. You know what we've got to do? We've got to finish it off. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. Oh, 63 squats to represent the 63 people here in Australia that decide they don't want to be here. So we're talking about a topic about mental health. Not everyone's cup of tea, I know, but I do talk about mental health on my channel because it affects me. It affects all of us in the chat. It might not affect you like personally, but family around you might have mental health. I'm not a counsellor or anything like that, right? But I lost a good friend. One of those 63 people a week here in Australia was one of my friends, Esther. And I will talk about Esther and I'll remember her fondly. And I'll share some experiences because, mental health, and I can't say the word, unfortunately. Apparently that's not a word you're allowed to say on YouTube. But you know the word I'm trying to say, right? It ends with S. So it starts with S. It's something that we're all dealing with in our own personal lives around, I'm not saying us personally, but, maybe, I don't know. No one knows what's going on in anyone's head, right? Even if you're friends with them. And I guess this is the thing. A lot of people lose people and they didn't even know that they were suffering. And sometimes we're never going to know, right? I knew my friend was suffering. My friend Esther is from Malaysia originally. And in Malaysia, they don't recognise mental health. A lot of Asian countries don't recognise mental health. But basically, they're just like, just get over it, right? Whatever happened, she was in a very bad marriage, a toxic marriage, a lot of abuse, physical and emotional abuse. There were 3 children involved. And she left that marriage. And it's very, very hard to leave a marriage in Malaysia because she was married to a Muslim man. She wasn't Muslim herself, she was Christian. So it was a very, very hard little situation she was in. She stayed way longer than she should have stayed. And her family around her just said, get over it. Just get over it. Her trauma was so bad that when she met a guy from Australia online, as you do. She came to Australia, they got married, but her trauma was so bad that every night she would have night terrors. She would wake up screaming in her head. And no one knows the actual, what happened in their relationship, that she wakes up in these screaming terrors. She did try to get some help. She tried to go to a counsellor. She tried to go on medication, but she didn't like the way the medication helped. It made her feel. Unfortunately, the medication for mental health or, different conditions, depression, anxiety, all the things, sometimes, one medication is not the right thing. You have to try different medications, and it takes a lot of trial and error. And some people don't go back, they just go, you know what, one's enough. I'm not going to take any more, right? And that happened to my friend. She wouldn't go back and she wouldn't take any more. But she desperately needed it. She wasn't sleeping because of the night terrors. She then started using alcohol. And this is a common occurrence, unfortunately, in a lot of people, that they use alcohol to numb the pain. I didn't know this. I mean, I knew she was drinking a lot of alcohol because she would ring me sometimes and I would come pick her up and she would be very, very drunk and very upset, crying. I would take her, to the beach here and I would, she would cry and I would hug her and she would cry uncontrollably. And it was really, really sad to watch. And there's, as a person, I don't have any skills to, what to do, right? Most of us don't have the skills to know what to do. And I would just hold her and listen. Sometimes that's all we can do is just listen and, tell her I loved her and hug her. But then I would take her home and, I'd check on her in the next couple of days and, things would go back to normal, right? And I knew that she had these tendencies because she had attempted a few times. She had scars. She talked about it to me sometimes, those attempts. And again, I don't have the skills and sometimes you just have to listen, right? And I honestly didn't think she would end up where it is today, right? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, as I said, I had heard the story so many times that she did these things. And unfortunately, I got a phone call from her husband and he said she's in hospital. And unfortunately, she was brain dead. So just a guy was just playing some music, so I just wanted to move away from the situation because obviously I'll get a copyright. You don't get a copyright slap, you just basically have to cut that bit out of the video. So considering I was talking about something, I just didn't want to cut that bit out of the video. I know that's pretty heavy, guys, but basically I had to go say goodbye to my friend. She was in hospital for about 5 days and they said there's nothing they can do. And I went to the hospital and saw my friend lying there. And yeah, it wasn't one of my favourite moments of my life, I'm going to be honest. And yeah, that's why I'm an advocate for mental health, because I don't want to have to do that again to any other friends. And I know that, some of us don't even have that opportunity. Sometimes things happen and you don't even get to say goodbye like that. I don't wish, that goodbye on anyone. Yeah. I just remember, guys, when Mark rang me and told me what happened, And he said, the first couple of days, I kind of actually thought that she might come good. I didn't believe that this was the end. I always thought there was hope, right? I always believe in hope and trying to, put a positive spin on things. But it got clear by about the Wednesday, Thursday that there is no hope. And that it was basically time to say goodbye, and then they would turn the machines off. So, yeah, that's why I like to talk about, I don't like to talk about it, not at all. I don't want to talk about it. I'm clearly upset, but, it's okay, guys. I think it's really powerful to be able to talk about your friends. And, by sharing her story, I don't know what my hope is for sharing her story. Sometimes I don't even know. Maybe it's for my own selfish reasons, to talk about her. But all I can say is that if you're using alcohol to numb pain, maybe you need to get some help, because alcohol's not the reason to use that as to numb the pain. It truly wasn't, because that was a big issue in my friend's life. And the night this happened, she was very, very drunk. Oh yeah, I'll always talk about it. I'll always share it. Most times I can get through that without, But, it just reminds me that, it doesn't matter how long it was. I mean, I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago now, that, sometimes time doesn't heal things, or you don't forget things. But I guess by talking about Esther's situation, how she didn't get any help in Malaysia when she truly needed it, that could have been the difference, right? If she'd had got help in Malaysia, that they recognised that, the trauma that she went through with her marriage and her divorce, that she needed some counselling. It's not always about medication. It might be just, someone to talk to, right? Because obviously in Malaysia, maybe she didn't have anyone to talk to. There's a fish. He's not alive anymore. It's a big fish. Look at the water. It's so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful water today. But, maybe that would have been the difference, is to have someone to talk to. And like in the last couple of weeks, I've had a few messages from my friends' partners saying, hey, can you go have a chat with so-and-so? And it's not about not because, I'm not a counsellor, God no, but just sometimes friendship, sometimes just having a friend around can distract you from what's going on. So I've had a few friends with some bad things happening in their lives. And yeah, I went and saw one friend who was in hospital, and she wasn't doing very well in hospital, as in mentally, because she was in hospital. Nothing to do with the condition she was in, but, her husband said, hey, can you go see her? Because she just needs a bit of normal conversation. I don't know what conversation he thought I was going to have, like me normal. But, I went and saw her, and we didn't talk about, what's going on. We just talked about life. And she said to me later, she goes, hey, thanks for coming to visit me at the hospital. She goes, it was so good just to talk about, other things outside my hospital room. And, sometimes that's the thing, right? Like going to visit a friend and not talking about the situation, just talking about real life. Sometimes it's just we need a friend. I have another friend actually right now in hospital also. She got some virus last week. Her and her partner both got a virus, kind of flu-y kind of thing. And suddenly, it just attacked my friend really, really badly. And she also had a bit of a heart condition, underlying heart condition already. And it basically, the virus started affecting her heart. And she just got to emergency in time. And she was admitted. She was in ICU for a couple of days. And it really wasn't good. I only got the information a couple of days after, when she was out of ICU and in normal hospital ward. Because, her husband said, or partner said, hey, can you kind of just give her a bit of, send some messages, go see her. I can't go see her because obviously I got a bit of a flu happening. I don't think I'm toxic, but I just wouldn't be around someone that's, very sick, right? I wouldn't go into a hospital, that's for sure. So hopefully she gets out today. We'll see what happens. But I've been, sending her messages, sending her funny videos. Oh, thanks, Kirsty. And look, I'm not a martyr, that's for sure. I'm far from a martyr, that's for sure. But, I think we can all do better. Trust me, I can do better. I could do better. There's a friend that I've talked about. She is about 2 years younger than me. She's not even 50 yet. And she got both her breasts taken off. And I really need to make time for seeing her. And now that I'm saying it out loud, I really need to make time for her. Because she got her both breasts removed. Because obviously she doesn't mention the name. She goes, I don't give it any power. She goes, I got the bad stuff taken out. I got some new boobs put back in. And obviously that's a very, very painful operation all in one. So she can't drive, but she's home at the moment. And she said to me, hey, I'd love to do some walking. That was 2 weeks ago, Dora. Do you think Dora has gone and organised a walk with her? No, she hasn't. So as much as I try to be a good person, I'm not perfect. And I will send her a message today and I'll see if I can organise to go over and go for a walk with her. She lives about 45 minutes away from me, but I love walking. So, but again, I'm a little sick at the moment. I don't want to give anyone anything, hey. I think I'm fine. Like, I've got the sniffles, I don't have a sore throat. Trust me, I've overdosed on a whole lot of greens and chili and garlic and ginger and honey and lemon. I've got this ointment. It's called Tiger Oil. I don't know if anyone's familiar with it. Holy shit, it's good. The stuff that I was using from Madre is like a massage oil more. It does burn, it does sting a little bit, but this stuff here that I'm talking about is called Tiger Oil. It's a Chinese kind of herbalist kind of thing. You can get it at a lot of Asian shops. It costs about $7 a bottle. And I tell you, it's liquid oil. I sent a couple of bottles down to Susan because Susan was having some issues with her shoulder or something. And I said, hey mate, put this on your shoulder. It'll help. And anytime you have a flu or a cough or anything, you chuck it on that body part. It just penetrates right in. But it's one of those oils that you have to wash your hands really well. Without being too graphic, let's just say that if you don't wash your hands well enough and then you go to the toilet, you could have a hot vagina, just saying. I know that's really graphic. But yeah, these things happen and I've done it many a times, sadly. So yeah, double wash your hands. It's that potent. But my mum swears by it. She pretty much has it all over herself. And anytime I have any whisper of a flu, I put that on my chest, on my back, on my throat. If I had a sore throat, you put it on your throat. I don't have a sore throat. So, yeah, but anyway, moral of the story is I do need to go see my friend. I have the sniffles at the moment and my voice is a little bit weird, like I'm My voice is cracking like I'm a 16-year-old boy. No, it's not tiger balm. I'll send you a photo. Debbie Sue. I'm not sure if you can get it in America. I probably can. I just get it from an Asian shop. So a lot of Thai shops or Asian grocers, actually mostly, yeah. I find them mostly in, even though it is Chinese. Yeah, it's called Eagle Oil. I give them away to friends because it's so good. It's so good. If you've got a sore knee, you put a couple of drops on your knee, rub it in. It feels so good. It does burn a bit. So, you wouldn't just test out a couple, on your little body parts first. It doesn't burn like fire, but you can feel it like penetrating the muscle. That's what you want, right? Tiger balm is great, Jen. It is. It's similar to tiger balm, but tiger balm is like more of a cream when you put it on. This one's a drop. It's just a little bit more potent. It's one step up from tiger balm, basically. So if you can't handle tiger balm, you won't handle the Eagle Oil. What I'll do, guys, I will take a photo of it and I'll put it in my community post. I won't be able to tag you all because I won't remember who was in the chat. But if you have a look later on, I'll put it in. Oh, actually, I've got one in my car, actually, funnily enough. I do have one in the car. I'll show you when I get back to the car. Or I'll put it in my community post, so that way everyone can see it. No gatekeeping here. I keep a couple of bottles at home so that if friends talk about having, weird aches and pains, I give them a bottle. It costs about $7 a bottle, Australian. So it's not overly expensive. It does have a smell, so you do smell like a Chinese herbalist. But there's worse smells in the world. Just saying. Marco, Sicily. So I'm not reading that right. Hello, Marco from Sicily. Welcome to southeast Queensland. To this beautiful, it looks like summer, doesn't it? Absolutely looks like summer. Such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. Yeah. So tiger balm is like a cream, like you like a little balm box, and you put it on. Yeah. But yeah, this is a drop. It drops onto your body, and then you rub it in. I'll show you. I've got it in the car. I've got a little miniature bottle in the car. Guys, what an absolutely stunning day. Honestly, I've got my togs in the car. I feel like I could dive in, go for a swim. But then that would probably give me a full-blown cold, so I won't do that. So it's 9 o'clock on the Play School clock. We have done a lap when we get back to this section here. We've done a lap. Now, guys, if you want to, please don't feel obligated. Like I said, there's other channels doing live streams. Actually, you know what? There was a live stream, I think it's happening at 9 o'clock now, which is my time. But does anyone know Coach Mean Reen? Coach Mean Reen, she's a American. I think she's from the UK originally, but she's got Jamaican heritage. Awesome lady. She is, if you want a health, like a exercise channel, she's amazing. She's a coach. So in her part-time life, she does exercises. So I know it's 9 o'clock in the morning, my time. I don't know what time it is for you guys, but it's every night, I think, in American time. She does exercise classes. If you don't watch it on the live, you have to pay for her membership. I don't pay for her membership, but I watch it on a live and do her exercises. But anyway, she's doing a collab live today with Red's Room. Red's Room is, I believe he's related to our friend Gina. Now let me just pull my pants up here, guys. This could be deadly, guys. I'm going to go through here. Yeah, they're doing a live stream this morning about the pit holes, something about the pit holes of social media. So I'll catch it on a rerun. But yeah, Coach Mean Reen and Red's Room are doing a live stream together talking about like social media and like, you know, how there's, you know, sometimes there's jealousy in social media and yeah, anyway, they're talking a little bit about that kind of stuff, which is kind of interesting. So, you know, please, you know, go check them out. I'm going to go home, but I actually have to make my salads for the week. So what I was going to do on the Sunday afternoon, but instead I made a video, I'm going to do that on my live stream. I'm probably just going to keep the live stream going, or maybe I should start a new one. Actually, I think I might just start a new one, guys. Yeah, that might be better. So basically, I'll come back and I will be making my salads for the week. So I kind of do meal prep so that I don't eat shit through the week. And also it saves me money, right? Because I'm out every day of the week for work and I don't want to buy my lunch because it costs money. And like I'm always saving for the next trip or something like that. So this is my way of eating healthy and saving money. So I always like to have a chat while I'm cutting up vegetables and putting them in the boxes. But I also pick out some stuff in my garden. And depending on time, I might show you my little tomato bushes, my little tomato project. I do need to do a bit of weeding. Depends on how much time I got. I really only have an hour and a half. Actually, I only have an hour. So probably can't do it all, Dora. Funny that, you can't do everything. But anyway, let me go to the car, show you this oil, and then I'll turn the live stream off, guys. But thanks for joining me on my walk on the beach day. It was a beautiful day, absolutely cracking. We saw a sunrise, we saw pelicans landing, we had 50 million people in the chat. I've got 50 million likes. All right. All right. Let me just... Okay, hold on a second. Let me put you there. Aha. Okay, this is a miniature bottle, guys, but let me turn it around. Let's see if there's... I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't actually, it's all in... Does it say something there? I can't even read that. Hold on. My eyes are trying to adjust. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, that is a little miniature bottle of it. Normally it comes in a bottle about that size and that wide. It's not huge, but it's just a miniature bottle and it's just like green liquid. And that is an eagle on the little picture. So it's called, I don't know what it says. I can't even read it, guys. But on the bottle, it's called Eagle Oil. Oh, that's not the one from Indonesia. The one from that I got from Indonesia is, just give me a second and I'll find that bottle. I have many potions in my car. I have another one. This stuff is amazing. This is called Work It. I love this stuff. You put that on, same kind of idea, but it doesn't burn as much. Actually, Coach Mean Reen is live right now. Let me just find that other thing. I think it's in the back. Let me just put that back. So I have all my tricks in the back of my car. In here, I think I have many things. There it is, that's it. That's the one from Indonesia. I don't think it's from Indonesia originally though. It's called Safe Care Refreshing Oil. I don't know where that comes from. I can't read that to even tell you where that it comes from. Maybe you guys can read it if you want to read it. But this is like a little oil. This is a good one, I'll show you. Let me show you what this one looks like. Oh, obviously I haven't opened it. Obviously I haven't opened this one. Give me a second. It's got aromatherapy on the side of it. So basically, you just put it on your knee. So that way you don't actually have to get your hands, you know, like yucky. But it's kind of like mentholy, I reckon. It's very mentholy. I would say it's mentholy. But the lady on the beach used to massage me with that. So it's just, but then you can just roll it on yourself too. But anyway, I put that in the back of my car for a rainy day, because you know, there's always a rainy day. Now I have to go wash my shoes, my feet, my shoes. How about you shut the door, Dora? Okay, which is quicker? We'll go this one over here. Oh, Mum, there you go. Hey, Mum. We're just talking about your tiger oil. Mum, anytime I say to Mum, oh, this, she goes, oh, put the tiger oil, took the tiger oil on. And now Susan has been talking to me the last couple of days about some things going on with her. And I'm like, oh my God, I sound like my mum. Put some tiger oil on your chest, on your back. Make sure you wash your hands twice, otherwise you'll end up with a hot... Yeah, won't say that loud. So yeah, Susan, I sent 2 of the bottles down to Susan. Mum is always giving the bottles away too. How you going, Mum? Oh, actually, Mum. Actually, Nicholas will love this. There's a orchid show this Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Mum, at Caboolture. I can take you if you like. I know Nicholas would love to see all the orchids. So this Friday or Saturday, I'd probably would prefer to go Friday, Mum, if you want to come. Oh, I mean, if you want me to come with you. Do you love how this is how my mum and I talk? Mum knows all about my life because she hears me talking about to you guys. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, the blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, no, I know that. I'm like, how do you know? She's like, I saw it on your live stream. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. So guys, this is where I'm going to love and leave you. Thanks for joining today, and thank you for spending some time with me. And yeah, enjoy your day or evening, wherever you are in the world. And laugh, my aunt is going. Your aunt is going to the Caboolture show. Caboolture orchid show. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm okay, darling. That would be good. Love that. Okay, cool. So anyway, just want to tell you something funny. So Debbie Sue, do you remember, I know you watched it on the replay the other day. I went on a bit of an adventure to Boondall Wetlands and I was doing some painting. And in my painting, I kept on saying, man, I'm getting bitten by something. You should see my legs. I have got all these bites on my legs. I even put spray on and I still got bitten by things. Yeah, animals love me. I don't know what it is. They like to bite me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to stop complaining about my itchy legs. Yes, you remember. Yes, we'll end up getting attacked. I've got all these bites all over my legs. All right, guys. And oh yes, Mum, I will put something on them, because Mum will be the next thing. Put something on them. Don't put the green oil on those bites. That will burn them. Just saying. But I have like Stingos and all these kind of, yeah, actually I've got some Melaleuca oil that you dilute and you put it on it and it stops it from getting itchy. Anyway, guys, see you later. Thanks for being here. Are you doing your salad prep? I will be, but later on. Probably not so long. Soon. Anyway, I'll start a new one.